Before I start, I don't know if I should be looking more at the camera or should I be looking more at you guys? Alright. And second, disclaimer, this is going to be really nerdy, so if you get nauseous whenever we talk nerdy, you might want to step out for a quick second. Alright. Whenever you're ready. Ready? Okay. So I look a lot of stuff up at the internet, from news articles to books, cats sometimes. I also look up a lot of swag videos. I mean, lots and lots of swag videos. And you see, the beauty of the internet is the fact that whether I'm looking these up at YouTube or Facebook, I'm pretty much going to get them at the exact same speed. But anyways, unfortunately, big companies, the ISPs, or internet service providers, really want to change this. How the system works is pretty much content providers, which would be your Amazons, your Googles, YouTubes. They give an information and then they get carried. Think about it like a bus, where the ISPs, or the internet service providers, which would be your Cox, your Quest, or CenturyLink, I guess now, they take all those bits and then deliver it to your homes. And as of right now, it's been net neutral, which pretty much means that any bit that goes from the content providers will travel through the ISPs pretty much at the same, without biases or without discrimination. Comcast and Time Warner have been demanding a non-neutral internet, however, asking for more money pretty much to give you the same speed of the internet and the same amount. Hi, my name is Mario. I'm going to be explaining to you guys what exactly net neutrality is, how we can keep the net neutral, as well as actions we can take to make sure that this never happens again. And as a person involved in web design, and as an individual who clearly is very infatuated about the internet, I will take you guys to see what these changes to the net neutrality can do. So what exactly is net neutrality? Again, as Review of Network Income stated, it's a policy that mandates that ISPs, or internet service providers, again, Cox, CenturyLink, provide open access, preventing them from any form of discrimination against content providers. Unfortunately, they're trying to change this by making sure that one change that they want to do is they want to charge more monies to content providers. These would be your YouTubes, again, YouTubes and Netflix. And this actually is very scary because it happened recently when Netflix was asked by Comcast to pay more in order for them to have the same amount, so that their customers can have the same amount of internet access. Otherwise, you would see a slowdown in Netflix. Doing this can actually stifle the economy because pretty much you're going to be seeing starting entrepreneurs not being able to pay for that higher speed. So I'm assuming most of you guys use Facebook, right? Imagine if we were back in the MySpace times and Facebook was again made by a college student. He really wouldn't be able to pay for that higher speed. We probably would still be using MySpace right now. Also, we would see a tiered format for the internet. So pretty much if you want to use Google, that's going to be an extra $5. If you want to play games, that's going to be an extra $5. If you want to use social media, that's $0 for the first 3 months. Come 3 months later, though, you're going to have to pay $15 too. So pretty much just an increase in pricing for the internet. They can also be more demanding for websites that are more, that cost a lot more internet, pretty much that take up more internet, like streaming sites, again, Netflix, your YouTubes, your Hulus. And I'm not sure if many of you realize, but Comcast, that logo looks kind of familiar, right? That's the NBC logo. Comcast owns NBC. So if you're a person who owns Comcast Internet, and you want to look at Fox News, let's say. First of all, what are you doing with your life if you're looking at Fox News? But second of all, this is probably what you'd be seeing, so I hope you're very patient. Fast NBC access, slow Fox News. So pretty much either you'd get tired of looking up Fox News, or you would have to be very patient to make sure you're visiting that site. So solutions. The best solution that we have so far is classifying the internet as a common carrier. And as Daily Dot says, a service, common carrier is any service that cannot make any unjust or unreasonable discrimination. So again, the bus system, any bit that goes from the producer to the house will be discriminated equally, so they all have to pay the same price no matter what it is. But that's the easy step. Unfortunately, like a swag video, it's easier to look swag once you've got it, but it takes preparation and time. So, what can we do to make sure that the internet stays neutral? For one, informing oneself. I'm assuming that a lot of you didn't hear about net neutrality until I started talking about it. And a lot of these things happen like that, where they just pass bills and nobody realizes what's going on until it finally affects them. So keeping oneself informed about what's happening is very important. Another thing is signing a petition. There's a fightforthefuture.org, and if you sign up for there, all you have to do is type in your email, and they'll send you emails telling you what's going on, and you've pretty much got your name signed into a petition that is fighting for net neutrality. You can also post on the FCC's website at www.fcc.gov/comments, and you can put a comment saying, "Oh, I'm for or against net neutrality." Hopefully, after this, I convince you that to go for it. Although I do recommend that you know what you're talking about here, because they do ask for your name and address. But ultimately, I have talked about what net neutrality is, how it affects us, and how we can change it, as well as ways to make sure that it never changes back. And let's hope the next time you look up your video about swag, or your video about doing eyeliner, you never fall upon this.